Hello and welcome to a very special edition of The Dispatch. If you're watching us online, you can see that we're draped in the colours, the beautiful yellow colours, of the brand new Arsenal Adidas third strip for this season. And so who better to join me today to talk about the new kit than our very own Gianluca Freschi.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you very much. As my surname suggests, very fresh indeed with these fresh threads, aren't we?
I like it.
How are you? You okay?
Good. Summered well, have you?
Absolutely. Went to Sardinia. Absolutely fantastic. Where have you been? Did you go anywhere?
I've been on a high since winning the league.
Oh, we won the league, of course.
Yeah, just remind you of that.
It's incredible that you go around to people and just say, Arsenal Premier League champions.
Everyone with a smile on their face. Have you seen more, talking of Arsenal ships, I've seen more Arsenal kits this summer than any other summer.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I think since, the 19th of May, when we technically won the league, so many.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter where you go. Islington, North London. I saw someone on holiday in Italy as well. I mean, it's just incredible just to see.
It's a beautiful sight, isn't it?
It is a beautiful sight.
And there's also, I don't know if you've noticed this as well, you'd be in a supermarket or whatever and you just see another Gooner and you're like, little nod, it's all it needs. It's like, they know, we know. We had the summer of our life. So excited to get going again and
absolutely
looking ahead to the new season with new kits. What do you think?
I mean, we're wearing it tomorrow night in Dublin against Real Betis.
It's the premiere, is it? The debut?
The debut for this lovely third strip.
I'm a traditionalist. I like the yellow.
The gold patch. We haven't got it on our shirt right now, but the gold patch, I can't get enough of it when I see it.
We need to get down to the armoury and put that gold patch on.
Get that done.
That is an oversight from us because it will elevate any kit. But yeah, it's a beautiful kit. We're going to talk more about it. As you say, it's going to be worn for the first time tomorrow and was launched yesterday with a wonderful launch video.
Part animation, part real life. And we've got world-renowned director FX Goby who created the film. He's going to be talking through the creative process behind it, the inspiration behind the kit, and a little few more intrinsic details along the way. There's going to be loads of Easter eggs within the actual film.
Always are. I love these videos for that because you have to watch. I mean, you watch it and then you watch it again and you watch it again.
Exactly. See what you can spot each time.
Yeah. And so we'll have FX on, and then also stay tuned because Frimmy.
He actually did a job this week.
He's out on tour, but he is actually working. In fairness to Frimmy, he's been working. He's been speaking to Kai Havertz, as we say. He was asking him about, obviously about the new kit, but catching up with him because he hasn't seen him since we won the league. So since probably the last time we saw him would have been on the bus when they were all. Yes,
he was having too much fun over there. Lots of things got thrown off the bus.
Yeah, it did look like a lot of fun. He was asking about that. He was asking about. I think he's been playing paddle over the summer
with Victor Gyökeres. I saw that over the summer. I think Vic also might make a little appearance in that interview. I did hear some rumours, some rumblings.
And also talking of looking fresh and nice garbs, he was wearing his school uniform. Not now, but there was a picture of Frimmy in his school days, looking very smart in his school uniform. So hopefully we can include that as well.
We need to flash that for people watching.
If there's any reason to keep viewing.
They don't want to see the kit, they want to see Frimmy in his school uniform. Absolutely.
Hopefully for those who are listening to us, you've already seen it because it was out yesterday, and it's a wonderful video. So should we take a look and then let's bring on FX Goby?
Absolutely, and get in the comments, see how many Easter eggs you can spot all the way throughout.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because the seasoning and flow's already active. Only 4 years, fantastic. Young veteran, new classic. Now I knock the walls off. The whole key, we gon' hinge the whole door off. I'm still AD, never forget it. It's life after death, roll the credits. Credit my maker, take a trip to see Jamaica. Molly spirit with the vapor back to Zion, that's the nature. Africa, the new America. I hope I earn this permitted. And this I put my pen in, they got my land and my permit with it. Bone on my bone, flesh off my flesh. Greatness in me, you can't make me feel less. Let's hold, I'm not impressed. Best smoke, I'm out for like an empress.
So to everyone who's just listening to today's podcast, you won't have seen it, but we've just dropped in the launch video. So I suggest go on the Arsenal app immediately, in case you haven't seen it.
And our social channels too.
Anywhere that you can find it, but preferably our channels. And watch the video because we have got with us today FX Goby, the director behind the launch video. So welcome, thanks very much for coming in today, FX.
Thank you for having me.
And we've got a lot to ask you about that video because there's so much going on. As Jan said earlier, there's these little Easter eggs everywhere. It's Arsenal State of Mind is the strapline behind it. So can we start by asking you, what was the inspiration behind it? What was your brief, if you like? They go to you and they say, got a new kit coming out, then what happens?
Well, I mean, first, it's fair to say that you have an amazing creative team here at Arsenal working for the communication.
They're going to love you saying that. It's going to be this great.
It's true. I mean, they came with this great idea, the Arsenal State of Mind, and the idea was like, when you face adversity, it's like the way to always see the positive side in every situation, to kind of overcome any situation with like a little fun twist. And so that was the idea of the Arsenal State of Mind. So they came to us with like a little idea, and we developed a film together, a little story where we could see several situations where you face an obstacle, and then instead of choosing to be angry or to be mad, you just try to make something positive out of that. And so that's what guided the whole process for the story that we wrote together.
So people who are queuing up in the post office always makes you mad. That's what we're going to gain from the start.
You're British now, so maybe exactly, you love queuing. But
Exactly.
You enjoying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I think it's the idea of like creating just very recognizable mini tension, not making something completely out of this world, but like trying to really also make a film that feels very genuine and local. I used to live close to Arsenal station a few years ago, and so I saw every weekend, all the streets becoming all red and people like selling just all the scarf, etc. And so it was fun to be involved in this project because suddenly, I'm not really a football fan to start with. I like football. During the World Cup, I have a bit of an interest, and then I withdraw a little bit. But with this project, I started to be more involved, and because it echoed a little bit what I used to live every weekend, on my street with Arsenal, I started to be more invested in that, and it was super cool to be able to locate all the local things. Like maybe we'll talk about that, but we have a lot of Easter egg in the film, so we try to show lots of little places that fans and local Arsenal fans know, and maybe people from further away might recognize as well. So the idea was to really make something that felt true and genuine and didn't feel like thought by people who were not invested in the local life of Arsenal.
It feels very, very Arsenal. You've got Holloway Road in there. You've got Just Jerk, which is one of the great restaurants we have around the corner here, and also Rowan's, which is a real staple of Islington as well. And like, I've spent many a night in Rowan's, and we know a lot of Arsenal fans go there after games and really enjoy themselves.
We've all spent way too much money at Rowan's.
Yeah, it's great. I think obviously before we get into like the animation process and the fact that you blend real life with animation in the actual final film, you get to work with Adjoa Aboa, who's of Top Boy fame, and also a model as well, British Vogue, Vogue Italia, those sort of places as well. What was that like to work with her?
Well, I mean, she's amazing. First, I knew her, and when we started putting some names down and thinking, okay, who could be the perfect person for this project, she came first very, very quickly because for many reasons. But first, she's an Arsenal fan, so that was important. She's beautiful, but she's also a great actress, and she's got a very iconic face. And for me, it was important that we could translate that face into animation and recognize her instantly. So it was perfect because she embodied everything that we needed for this project.
Absolutely. So when you've got in your mind what you want to do, how on earth where do you start with a project like that? I mean,
you tell me.
When does it start as well? Because obviously you get briefed very early on, but a lot of the stuff that is in that film is from towards the end of the season. It marks all the parts of us winning the league and everything that comes with it.
We decided to have several scenarios happening simultaneously, so we animated different things depending on what would happen. And when Arsenal won the league, obviously we had things in place to show the little boy holding the cup, and to put a party in the street of London in the back, and just to make sure that it was celebrated duly. It's always tricky to try to be reactive to what happens in real time, especially with animation, because that's the opposite of real time. It's so long.
How long? Talk about that process then, because it looks like something that there's a lot of work has gone into.
Yes, it is long. So what we decided to do is that we decided to do that with a small team over a long period of time, but like. It could take like 2-3 months. We took 4 months and a half because we decided to do that with a smaller team to make sure we maintained the same level of quality. So we didn't have too many different artists putting their spin on it, you know. And the other idea as well is that because it's so anchored in a local place, I wanted it to be genuine, and so I really didn't want any AI, or I didn't want it to look like AI was involved in any way. So that's why I went for this super sketchy look, you know, of everything. And so it's really handmade by real people, you know, and all the team, apart from one guy, is a Arsenal fan. The designer is a Spurs fan.
Bet he enjoyed doing this.
We'll have to try and get him into an Arsenal state of mind.
Should have gone here and do the podcast with us today as well. We'd have asked a great question.
He suffered so much. He was like, "Oh, I hate because it's such a nice film to do." And, but he was very pro about it.
Yeah.
But everybody else was an Arsenal fan, so you know it was very exciting because everybody was so happy
invested
to do it.
and
yeah. It's funny because for somebody who's outside, I realize there's really a very genuine love, and it's not a love that is just like blind. It's a considered love, like people generation after generation. Like the producer, for example, his dad was an Arsenal fan. His granddad was an Arsenal fan, and so you have like people generation after generation just being completely involved. They know everything about the club, everything about the legends, and it's very lovely to see that, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's important when you produce any piece of content like we do as well, and especially something like a kit release, kit launch video, because supporters love it when a new kit come out, and they know if you get something wrong, a detail wrong,
like with everything we do, you know, I can't be an expert on every subject I'm approaching, but I can surround myself with people who are expert. And so the idea is like, you know, I wanted people to watch this film to feel like, okay, they didn't cheat, you know, like the thing is that I felt also legitimate because I used to live here for 5 years, and I used to live in the surroundings, and all the places that we're showing up are places that are very familiar to me as well. So I don't feel completely disconnected. But at the same time, you know, like more the Easter egg about the history of the club, that's something that I needed to nail, and I couldn't do that on my own.
What was your favourite Easter egg in the film?
I just like seeing the party on the streets of London, because I was at the Etihad when we went there and they had their Panic on the Streets of London banner, and that lived in my head, I have to say, for a few weeks. And then I was lucky enough to be back in Armory Square the night we won the league, and I saw the banner there changed to Party in the Streets, and I was like, yes, that is perfect. So to see that in the video, that's nice. You know, that's going to be associated with our title.
I mean, it links to the Dex, it's done. It's not done,
with the headline ripped out.
Put that into the trophy,
for years and years, well, forever, they'll be associated with that season.
Absolutely.
So, what about you? What did you like?
Well, yeah, I think the Dex, it's not done. I think just because it's so intrinsically linked to that moment where everyone thinks, you know, it's probably going not in our favour for us to win the league, and then all of a sudden we go on that amazing run of 5 wins in a row and just...
And he was right.
Made to do it. Yeah, I think the players had the belief all the way through the season. It just showcased, and I think that also comes through in the film. Like, it's belief for people as well. Belief, like living in an environment that you do live in here in Islington, and the joy that it brings. And that's more the Arsenal state of mind that everyone like tries to tap into, and obviously you did as director. I'd love to understand from you as well, like, because of the blend between animation and real life. Obviously, you had the players there. You had Steph Catley from Arsenal Women's, and you had Noni Madueke and Martin Zubimendi. What was that like to work with those guys? Because was it your first time working with footballers?
With footballers, yes. With celebrities, no. But these guys were really cool because it was a big day. They had a lot of shoots that day, and when they came, they were just super sweet and super lovely. He's very pro, very kind. You know, like Martin is a little bit shy, so I spoke in Spanish to him, and then everybody was like, "Oh my God, you're such a flirt." I'm like, I'm just speaking Spanish with the guy, like, you know. But no, very, very lovely people, like really super sweet, and it was funny because Of course, I didn't know very well all the players, and so I'm not as starstruck as other people in the team. But I could see like everybody was like, becoming shy. But they're very normal people.
And he's a world champion now.
I mean, he's a world champion. I was saying off camera that when I saw him enter the pitch for the final, I was so proud. I was like, that's my guy.
He was in the right state of mind, obviously.
Real right state of mind. We all were.
Yeah, we were to win that. So, what else behind the production process stands out for you? What are your memories of making the video? That anything interesting happen or during the process?
What I loved is that it was a very collaborative process, and so we kept just trying to find new ways to just make little winks. Some are obvious, like Party in the Street of London is an obvious one, but we make a little wink to Declan Rice, so there's only rice on the menu in the Hope Cafe. We make a little. We had to cut some footage where we had a bit of a longer moment in the post office at the beginning, where this old woman was counting all her coins. It was taking forever, and the guy at the counter was looking at her, and so we had like the number. What she had to pay was 1886.
1886. Yeah.
So we had to cut that out, but like it was funny to just try to find ways to be this only ways up. All the stuff, like to try to find all those things to just put in the film was really really exciting, because
you must be very proud of the finished product.
I'm super happy. I'm very. I think it's a fun project, and it's fun because sometimes when you do advertising, you don't always love the product that you are advertising, because sometimes I have to say I do stuff that are not the best, or the most interesting. But the kit is super nice, and fashion in general is super nice, and I know it's going to make people happy, and it certainly made us happy. So yeah, it was a super fun process.
Yeah, I was going to ask your thoughts on the kit as a Frenchman. With a lot of fashion sense, as we already saw. You walked into the studio before.
Man,
exactly. Stop it.
You two.
But yeah, tell us about about the kit. As a man who doesn't watch football entirely.
Well, I watch football now because I'm converted. Yeah. I think this project has changed me. But I'm saying that very positively, because while I was involved, Arsenal won the Premier League, obviously, as you all know. And that was such a joy. And, I came to party and I saw the entire of North London outside and being smiley and happy and celebrating. And you were mentioning people wearing the kit. I've seen the kit everywhere I go, like all the time, like old, young, women, men, like everybody. And so that, suddenly you get involved. And now I know more about football. And because there was also the World Cup, like now I had so many of a Thierry Henry, like just breaking down the games and explaining the strategy. And now I understand what a 4-3-3 is. And so now I'm super excited, because it's like I get more involved. And I think I'm becoming a fan. Even my friends during the World Cup, they were like, "You really want to watch all the games?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Good. Well, as a Frenchman, Arsenal is your natural club. French tradition.
It was at some point the Frenchest club on the planet, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's great to see you here today. Obviously,
well, thank you.
We're going to be seeing everybody in this kit.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see the team wear it for the first time tomorrow night.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, in the pre-season game.
Rebaptiste, for sure. Yeah. Thanks very much for coming on.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, I'm so hot.
No, well, you're in the long sleeve version.
I know you guys.
You drew the short today. Yeah.
As a guest, we should have got you the short sleeve one. But we'll make sure before you go, you get the Champions.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, we'll have that on there definitely. But yeah, FX, thanks so much for coming in. Tell us all about the video, and we'll see you again.
Thank you.
Jan, that was fascinating to hear the whole process behind the launch video and the kit itself. I mean, you're looking great in it, I have to say. You always do. You've got a
What is it on this today's show? Lots of
a bit of loving, isn't it?
Lots of loving.
What do you think of it?
I love it. I think, like I said, at the start of the show, this season, the 3 kits that we've had have been probably the top tier. I think ever since we've had the partnership with Adidas, it's gotten better every single season. So for me, it's a 10 out of 10 without a shadow of a doubt, until the next one, as it always is.
Yeah. Well, they do seem to surpass it themselves each time, don't they? Going back to your childhood, do you like to collect kits, wear kits? What's your favourites?
I do. I think, like, obviously when I think of, supporting Arsenal. My first ever shirt was the 1999 to 2000 Sega shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the yellow shirt with Thierry Henry on the back.
Yeah.
So my first shirt was always a yellow shirt, and I love obviously 2003, 2004 when we had the yellow and blue with the trim as well in there.
I said earlier, I always like yellow as an Arsenal colour because it's very traditional. I mean, people forget actually it was a long time ago. Our first away colours were white and then blue. It wasn't until the 1950 FA Cup final that we first wore yellow.
Wow.
And we won against Liverpool. And so the manager said, well, we're going to keep this. And we wore it again and we won. So, and then in the 70s, it became our proper sort of change colours, if you like, because they wanted something that was very distinct from red that no other team wore, and very few teams wear yellow as a first choice. So that's why it came about. But then obviously because we won 1971 FA Cup final in that, 1979 in that, and then 1989 at Anfield, it became associated with success because we'd only ever won stuff in red. The only two colours we've ever won anything in is red and yellow. So it is a very Arsenal away kit colour or change kit colour. So I'm looking forward to seeing it this week, obviously, but also the start of the season.
Throughout the season, obviously we've got a few away games coming up, so we'll see a mix between the blue that came out a few weeks ago, which I think is also another stunning kit, and with this yellow one as well, so we'll be seeing it for sure.
The last time we had yellow, which was bright yellow a couple of seasons ago, we had a fantastic away record that year.
Did we?
We were breaking. That was the season we were breaking all the records for going places and scoring 5s and 6s. I was having a look at the stats. So I think we won the last 6 times in yellow in the league. So let's hope it continues. Let's hope it's a
good feeling. Keep it
as long
going.
as we win in it, people will love it.
That's it, exactly. And you look good in it as well. If you look good and you're winning.
Frimmy looks good in it. Frimmy's out in Spain, as we mentioned earlier. He was talking to Kai.
An exclusive on the Dispatch.
An exclusive while he's out there. We got him to work. So should we take a listen to that interview? We've got a little snippet, I think.
Absolutely. I think it'll be really fascinating, actually.
Let's do it.
Kai, we are in the beautiful Girona at our training camp. Obviously, we saw you train earlier as well. How are you finding the heat in this lovely, lovely country?
I really enjoy it, to be fair. I think it's a nice place, perfect conditions to have a good training camp.
Yeah.
So I think we're all happy to be back together and, enjoying the training, but also enjoying the circumstances.
I feel like we've got someone sneaking behind the tree here.
What is this guy doing, man? Honestly.
I mean, you got work to do. What are you doing here?
What is he doing here?
Man.
Send him away now.
Yeah. Of course, you've been there before, but to play a game, I think in the Champions League. Actually, can't remember. Did you get on the field? Did you play?
Yeah, I came on. I think.
Yes, you did. Yeah. I think
2-0. No?
Ethan scored.
Ethan scored and. I don't know, but 2-0 or 1-0 it was.
Yeah, that was actually lovely. Of course, you've got this new third away kit. First thoughts, what do you think? Obviously, I got the away one. That's the third one.
I think I really like it, to be fair. Especially now in that weather, I think it's very cool. I like the color.
Do you have any shirts that you have memories that attach to them, like maybe your first ever shirt that you bought, or the first one you made?
In general, or Arsenal, you mean?
Maybe both.
I think in general, it was... the little club where I come from, Alemannia Aachen. I was a big supporter.
It's near Leverkusen.
It's like an hour away from Leverkusen. And back in the day, they played like first division.
Okay, yeah.
So I was a fan there, and my parents always bought me the shirts.
So you was a defender?
Me?
Yeah. What did you say? You're a fan there. All right. I was like,
guy, you have tomatoes on your ears.
Sorry, I need to clean them. I've been in the shower too long. Okay, you're a fan there, and your parents got you the shirt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So. I think this one is like football-wise. Arsenal, I'd say the first home shirt, because obviously my first season, first time to play in red and white, so that was special.
I remember my first shirt. I think my mum bought it ages ago. I can't remember what age I was. And it was the first one I ever got. Sorry, there is something...
Oh, it's nature. It's nature.
Actually screaming in my ear behind me. But do you ever at school, when you had... Did you ever wear uniform at your school?
No, we don't have that in Germany.
So here, I used to have uniform. Actually, I'll show you a picture of me in uniform.
Uniform is crazy.
You're gonna absolutely die. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Here it is. So this is me in uniform, yeah? You see, I haven't changed.
Nah.
We're going to put the picture up for the people that are watching.
That's tough.
So we used to wear uniform all the time. So there might be a day where it's like, it's non-uniform day. So you get to wear whatever you want. And I remember I want my mum to buy me an Arsenal shirt. So she bought it for me. And I remember I got it. And then, as you're a kid, you're like, there's creases in it. So you want to iron the crease.
Of course.
Bro, big hole.
Nah.
Ruined it. Absolutely.
You did it.
Yeah, I did it. And then I just hit it. And my mum's never asked me. She's like, oh, where's that shirt? I was
Really?
like, oh, it's too hot to wear. I don't really want to wear it. And yeah, I've had terrible times with shirts. So hopefully this shirt is going to be very, very good in the season coming. Of course, we're champions. Do you feel like that instills a bigger confidence now going into the season, defending champions?
Yeah, I mean, both. I think confidence, but also always brings pressure with you. Yeah. But, I think the club in general has waited a long time now to get it over the line. And, it's kind of a relief. But also, I know when you have it once, you want it another time, and I think you can see it already here the first couple of days how like everyone is just already with that aim and that goal here again, and I think it was just so nice that we want to do it again, create new memories with our fans, and it was just so special. So we all have that big goal in our head, but of course it also gives us confidence because we know we can do it now. So why not do it again?
I saw in one of your Instagram photos you were playing paddle with Victor. Who won? I need to know.
No, we were a team.
Is it? He was on the same team?
Me and you together. Me and him together, yeah.
And you won, right? Yeah.
The thing was it was my brother-in-law, he was there with us. Okay. So we played, me and Victor against him, and then once was... another friend of mine was playing.
I've played it once, and then my wrists were hurting after I couldn't play it. It was fun. It was very, very fun.
Cool, yeah.
But it hurt my wrist. You're back in training.
Yeah.
How was that in the heat as well?
Yeah, it was top. Especially first day back with the boys, and the heat. I think I'm used to it now with the World Cup. So it's not too hot. To be fair, it's okay. So I really enjoyed being back out there with the boys and training together, seeing them, laugh with them. You always miss that. Of course, summer break is nice and you need it, but I feel like after 3 weeks you want to go back.
Yeah, you want to get back to work.
We're all happy now.
We've seen Elan, we've seen Christoph as well. You've seen them in training. Yeah. What's your first thoughts on the two new signings that we've got?
I mean, so much potential and already so good, and especially like Christos, he played in Germany, so back in the day I saw
some. Did you guys come across each other?
No, I don't think so. But because I like to watch German football, I saw him playing, and he was top there. And you already see like that they're both like top guys, and they fit very well into our group. And obviously we try to make them feel welcome, but you saw straight away that it's very easy to come in that group of players.
Yeah.
And to have them both with us, like still young, but already experienced players, and so much potential is obviously exciting.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask, is it difficult to come back from a break into pre-season? Because of course you did have the World Cup, so you're still kind of in that routine of playing games and practicing. Do you find it harder when you don't have a World Cup, or easier when you just have
I think it's easier to come back, because I feel it myself, even though I was out now 3 weeks, but to come back and then touch the ball again, I feel like, oh my God, I lost everything, in the first 3 days. But then after it comes back, and I think in 3 weeks you don't lose so much, Of course, you need a bit of a top up. But when you have 6-7 weeks off, I think it's much harder. But I felt good, and I think also the players that had a longer break, they train for themselves with coaches and like the physios and stuff like that. So I think everyone is quite good, but of course we still need a lot of work.
Yeah, and we've got a big season ahead of us. Kai, thank you so much for chatting with me. Of course, we've got training tomorrow as well, so I'll probably see you there. And it's going to be a great day.
Top. Thank you.
So I think that just about wraps it up for this
Chock
episode.
full as always, aren't we?
It is, and we've been busy over the summer. And as you're here, maybe we should do a little mini content corner, shall we?
Why not?
Because I've been on the app constantly over the last few days. There's a lot going out and a lot coming up.
What was your favourite thing? I thought for me was the Mikel Merino documentary. I think to be able to get that insight towards the end of the season when Mikel was injured on the sidelines, watching on for his fellow players, and then to be able to do his comeback a week before we won the league, and then obviously being part of it, and then it was great for him to be able to be part of it, and now he's a World Cup winner as well. So.
Yeah, I mean his his status was sort of cult status, wasn't it? But now it's he's a world champion. This is actually he's one of the elite players in the squad, and it's so great to see him back in action. And yeah, that documentary I can definitely recommend. Georgia Stanway getting a tattoo for
crazy what players would like are really open to do. I remember I was on a call with Georgia, and that was when our team pitched it to her and said, do you fancy getting an Arsenal tattoo? And she was like, absolutely. She was like, yeah, get it done.
Yeah, what a signing video that is. And there's been plenty of signings on the women's side, couple so far on the men's side as well. We obviously got exclusive content with them on social and on the website. Mikel Arteta spoke to us as well last week, so there's plenty to
big
go
interview. And then we also do a massive look back on the season as well with one of our champions films, should we say. So that launched on our channels a week ago. So if you haven't watched it already, definitely go down on the app and have a look.
And it's all about pre-season at the moment. And you can watch all the pre-season games on the app as well, and on the website, on the pay-per-view offering.
Pay-per-view. We've got 3 more games as part of the pay-per-view coverage. Obviously, Girona's already happened. We've got Real Betis tomorrow night. And then we play Borussia Dortmund in the Emirates Cup. And then also Como in...
Como, sorry, did I say I pronounced that wrong, didn't I?
What can you do? That's what you bring me here for the culture and the heritage from an Italian perspective. But yeah, Como on the 12th as well. And then, then we're straight into the Community Shield against Manchester City, and we're ready to do it all over again.
And hopefully a couple more signings in the pipeline. What can you tell us about that?
Absolutely nothing.
And just one more thing I need to say before we do go is hopefully people have seen this. We've been hard at work producing a Champions special book for last season.
I remember the hard work that you and Andy, our features editor, does with everything.
Yeah, June was a bit busier than it normally is, but it was all for a good reason. I would rather be producing this than not. So that's available now online. Huge book, available in hardback, detailing every game, every player, looking at history, some great supporter stories in there. Genuine. We put an appeal out for supporter stories for the season, and we were absolutely inundated. We've chosen about 40 of the best, but honestly, there's some great
corkers.
Stuff. Yeah, some sort of emotional stuff, and it's really good because we've got a great community out there, as you know, and they've come together. So that book is available now still.
I need to get it because I need to pair it with the Women's Champions League from the previous season.
Format that we produced last season. So let's hope we can produce another one at the end of this season.
We'll never know. I'm sure it'll be a great season.
Produce more episodes of The Dispatch.
Absolutely. We'll be back very soon. Very, very soon. The season is almost on the horizon. So we'll be back for your regular schedule of broadcasting.
We will be. Okay, right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thanks to FX Goby as well for coming in.
And Frimmy, I guess, for doing all of his work out in Girona.
While he's in the sunshine over in
sunning himself out there.
Yeah. But yes, as Jan says, we'll be back soon. So in the meantime, remember to subscribe to this podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, you'll find us there. All the usual outlets. You can watch us as well. InVision, Arsenal.com and the app, and our official YouTube channel. So until next time, thanks very much for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time.
See you soon.